everybody. So E3 happened, and Dishonored 2 got announced. So this happened. Let's go.
First thing you're going to want to do is get your hair out of your face. I chose to do my hair before I did my makeup, which in hindsight was not a good idea. 0 out of 10 would not recommend. But for the actual makeup, first thing I did was go in with a BB cream. I used that kind of as a tinted primer because Emily's skin is super perfected. I followed that up with the heaviest foundation that I own, applying it with a paddle brush so I get the most coverage. Make sure to take that down your neck and then paddle your whole face to get rid of any lines from the brush and to set everything. Now for the fun stuff. My brows are very thick. Emily's brows are very thin. To fix this, I brushed mine as thin as I could possibly get them. I filled them in so there were no gaps, and I extended the tails of my brows farther out than I usually would. Next, I decided to do contouring. Emily has a very subtle shadow underneath her chin, so I filled that in, kind of mimicking my own face shape because I have a similar shadow. The nose was the hardest thing for me to get during this look because Emily's nose is like razor thin. So I took my contour color and I shaded the sides of my nose as thin as I dared. I didn't quite go as thin as hers was because it would have looked ridiculous on me. I also contoured my one temple that's showing a little bit. Then I carved out my cheekbones to make them look super hard and angular like they are in the game previews. I went in underneath my jaw and squared everything off a little bit, especially my chin and the sides of my jaw. I placed a yellow tone highlighter underneath my eyes just to combat any dark circles, because I ran out of concealer. Whoops! Now, because I contoured, I need to highlight, so I took a shimmery pearl eyeshadow and went pretty much everywhere. The bridge of my nose between the contour, on my chin, Cupid's bow, my temple, and of course on top of my cheekbones. Like a lot. For the eyes, I took that same contour color and I just filled in my eyelids and then started carving out a very straight folded lid. Then I took a darker brown and I retraced that line, blending it out so there's no harsh edges. Basically what we're doing here is we're creating a new crease. The next thing I did was take that darker brown color that I just used and place it on the outer V of my eyelid and then join that up with the line above. Make sure you blend that out. Blend, blend, blend. And blend some more. To finish off, I took that yellow toned highlight color from before and placed it on my brow bone as a, well, highlight. Then because the crease wasn't quite deep enough for me, I took the same color I used to fill in my brows on the same brush, and I went back in and defined that crease just a little bit more before blending it out. I went back in, added a little bit more of the brown. And then it's subtle, but it's there in the reference photo that I was looking at. Emily has a little bit of a pinky tone underneath her eyes on her lower lash line, so I added that in with a blush. Now I'm going to freak you all out and tight line my eyes on the top and bottom with a black eyeliner. Just going to fast forward through this. And then I set that with the darkest black eyeshadow that I own. You can fast forward through this one too, because it's kind of gross. I decided to just use that very pigmented black eyeshadow as my eyeliner. So I took that same brush and just did a simple eyeliner from the inner corner all the way to the outer corner. And at the very outer corner, there's this teeny tiny little flick. I kind of needed something to look like I wasn't dead, so I took a nude lipstick that's very pinky, and I applied a little bit of that as a cream to make it look less like makeup and more like my skin. And now, guess what? I'm going back and fixing the contour because it just wasn't sharp enough for me. I took a red lip stain and just very lightly ran it in the center of my lips, and then I took a creamier lip stain and very lightly went around the rest of my lips to kind of create a little bit of an ombre. I finished that off with a regular lip balm to tone everything down. And then, because I couldn't stop adding things, I took a creamy champagne colored eyeliner and I outlined the black on my inner corners and also on my outer corner to add a little bit of a highlight. Then I went over that with the shimmery pearl eyeshadow that I used earlier. And because that pinky tone kind of got lost with all the black, I went back in and darkened that up a little bit. And more highlighting, because it's fun. Slap on a coat of mascara. And that's it. You're done. You look good, kid. Go kill some people.
And that's it. You're done. I hope you guys are as psyched about this game as I am. I like lost my shit when I saw it, so I had to do this. I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. As always, guys, stay safe.